Hi folks, Canadian Prepper here. Today on the channel, we're checking out some offbeat and novel gear that I guarantee you've probably never seen anywhere else. So let's get to it. All right, so this item, we've done numerous reviews of body armor before. This is a level 4 plate carrier with the sappy cut plates inside right now. It's big, it's bulky, it's meant for combat scenarios. But what if you want something that is a bit more discreet? What if you work in a profession that requires you to have something which is a bit more under the radar? Well, today we're gonna show you a discreet plate carrier. Now, you may be familiar with some of the other low profile options that Premier Body Armor offers, like the level 3 t-shirt body armor that will stop most handgun bullets, or one of these full coverage level 3A discreet body armor vests. Sometimes, however, you need more protection that only a level 4 plate carrier can offer. So this is the discreet plate carrier. Notice the obvious difference in size. It's much more lower profile. I can tell by looking at this guy that he's a lot more weighed down than me. So if you're looking for an ultralight option that still provides that tactical modularity and flexibility, this might be the option for you. And let's leave that for the guys who are fighting on the front lines. Because you're gonna be holding those big level 4 sappy cut plates in here, obviously it's still gonna be a bit bulky, but I can tell you that this only weighs a fraction of what a usual MOLLE webbing plate carrier does. For that reason, this might be preferable to people in certain security related professions. Because this is full hook and loop Velcro system, you can slap anything you want on there. You could stick it on. These are detachable pouches that they offer. They also have the hard and fast clips that adhere to the MOLLE system, or you can just slap it on there for Velcro, and you do have side pockets here as well for your magazine, your tourniquet, and your radio. Same thing on the other side as well. So it's a pretty good low profile option. Believe it or not, there's not a lot of options for this type of thing in such a low profile. This is gonna give you pretty much protection from anything up to a large bore rifle. This will stop it. If you guys want body armor, check out the link in the description below, and it's still legal in Canada, at least in some provinces, so you better get it while the getting is good. So this next item I was super excited about. It is a 18-volt portable wind turbine that's supposed to be able to generate 27 watts. Unfortunately, it failed to impress. We gave it a lot of chances. Now, I will say, if you live in a very windy environment that's constantly windy, or you tend to camp in regions like that, I'm not sure how pleasant that would be, to be honest, then this might be the solution for you. At least something to supplement your solar power with. In my experience, solar is just hands down the best off-grid renewable energy source, simply because there's no moving parts and it's gonna last the longest. Well, this is a very well machined and well thought of wind turbine for portability, because it is portable. It packs down into something that is this size. They give you a case for it, a very nice case. The problem is it just does not generate the power that you need. Now, the claim is that with 8-mile-per-hour winds, you're gonna be able to charge a phone in 5 hours. In my experience, it's gonna take a hell of a lot longer than that, even with fairly heavy-duty wind. And the thing to keep in mind is that the heavier duty the wind, the more wear and tear on the turbine. Now, everything here is well machined, it's very smooth, and the props are very lightweight, and it looks like they're probably 3D printed. One of the power systems they give you, it has a DC output, which is either 18 volts or 12 volts, and it has a 5 volt, 1 amp output, so for USB. And they made the proprietary cords that comes with this to be compatible with Goal Zero power banks. Goal Zero used to be one of the most popular off-grid power bank brands, but in the last 5 years there's been so many lithium battery solar generators that have hit the market that now almost nobody has those anymore. Now, that doesn't mean you can't jerry-rig something together to work with your power system. I used it successfully to power my Nightcore power bank as shown here. The problem was, even after 30 minutes of this thing spinning at full bore, I don't even think we got an increase in 1% on the Nightcore power bank, and that's only a 600 watt hour power bank, meaning that this thing is going to probably take 3 or 4 days to charge a small scale off-grid power bank battery inverter combo. This is by far the best one like this that I've ever seen, but it still falls short of being able to be practical in the field in my personal experience. I would say if you're gonna make an off-grid portable wind-powered power system like this, it should in the very least be rated to achieve 50 watts maximum. You need a bigger motor to make it worth the while. So that's the trade-off with wind turbines, at least up until this point in the technological evolution, is that if they're not too big and cumbersome, you're probably not getting enough power out of the deal. So they have to be of a certain size in order to make it useful. But if you could make something which you could just connect to a car or a truck and it could just pop out. So if you could make something like this compatible with roof rack systems, then I think that's a solution that could potentially work. But as far as a backpacking, reliable power grid solution, quite frankly, you're better off going with a thin film, flexible power film solar panel, because at least you know even in low light, you're still going to be able to get electricity. If you do want one, I'll post a link in the description, but for me, it's still kind of a gimmick. So with all of the wildfires going on and the possibility for nuclear Armageddon, having the means to detect air quality is important. Of course, if we're talking about the latter, i.e. nuclear Armageddon, you're gonna need yourself a Geiger counter. But if we're just talking about wildfire smoke and you want to measure how many contaminants are in the air down to 2.5 microns, this is the device for you. These things have become quite popular. It's made by a Chinese company called Eagres. You can get these on Amazon. They're about $100, and they measure a variety of different bad stuff in the air, formaldehyde to any organic compound below 2.5 microns, okay? So this is gonna let you know if the air is toxic to breathe. Most people don't realize that when that wildfire smoke comes and you breathe that stuff in, you're actually ingesting small particles that are clogging your lungs. What this would let you do basically is tell you how much of that you're intaking, and you can cross-reference this with the firesmoke.ca website that will give you a real-time readout of the less than 0.25 micron particles in your given geographic region. Put it this way, if you can smell the smoke, that means it's not good. We see the smoke here almost on a daily basis. Some days it's thicker, but you don't always smell it. When you can smell it, that means that you're breathing it in. That means you're breathing in those soot particles. And if you have respiratory issues, that's gonna be a problem, because you may get so adapted to breathing it in and to smelling it that you forget that it's in the air. So if you have something like this in your home, it's a great way to measure whether or not your air filtration is effective. Stocking up on those 3M furnace filters is going to be essential. Pick one up. I'll post a link in the description below. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed those offbeat and novel gear reviews. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. What was your favorite? What do you think is a gadget or a gimmick? Let me know. Thanks for watching, and if you need anything, go check out the links in the description below. Canadian Prepper out.
The best way to support this channel is to support yourself by gearing up at CanadianPreparedness.com, where you'll find high-quality survival gear at the best prices, no junk, and no gimmicks. Use discount code PREPPINGGEAR for 10% off. Don't forget, the strong survive, but the prepared thrive. Stay safe.